One, control what you can every day begins with challenges. From the moment you wake up, there are responsibilities waiting, messages demanding attention, and situations that may not go the way you hoped. It is easy to feel as though life is outside of your control, but the truth is, no matter how unpredictable the world is, you always hold one source of power, your own mind. The ancient Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that while you cannot stop people from disagreeing with you or prevent setbacks from arriving, you can choose how to respond. Your perspective, your attitude, and your decisions belong to you alone. When you give your energy to every insult, worry, or distraction, you lose control of yourself. But when you learn to pause, breathe, and act with intention, you discover stability that no outside event can take away. Control what you can, your thoughts, your words, your actions. Release what you cannot control, the opinions of others. The unpredictability of life. This is the beginning of true resilience and the first step toward inner peace. To build discipline as your armor, discipline is not about harshness or punishment, it is about freedom. Without it, life can easily be controlled by distractions, impulses, and habits that do not serve you. When you lack discipline, even small challenges feel overwhelming. But with discipline, you gain the ability to stay steady and clear-minded. No matter what comes your way, think of discipline as a form of protection, like armor. A person who cannot manage their rest is often ruled by fatigue. A person who cannot manage their speech may be carried away by anger. And a person who cannot manage their desires may be led away from what truly matters. But when discipline guides, you remain in control of yourself rather than being pulled in every direction by circumstances. Building discipline does not require grand gestures. It begins with simple, consistent choices. Waking up at the time you set for yourself. Following through on the tasks you promise to complete. Training your body and your mind regularly, even when it feels uncomfortable. Each act of discipline strengthens you. Over time, it becomes your foundation. With it, you carry yourself with calmness and confidence, prepared for whatever the day may bring. 3. Embrace discomfort and struggle. Growth rarely comes from comfort. The moments that feel most difficult often carry the lessons that shape us the most. When you avoid every form of discomfort, you also avoid the chance to grow stronger. But when you face it with patience, you discover abilities within yourself that you did not know were there. Seneca once wrote that we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Often the fear of hardship feels worse than the experience itself. Hunger, fatigue, or solitude may seem unbearable at first. But when you step into them with courage, you find they are not as destructive as your mind imagined. In fact, they refine you. Hunger can sharpen focus. Fatigue can teach endurance. Solitude can bring clarity. Embracing struggle does not mean seeking unnecessary pain. It means welcoming the lessons that naturally come with life instead of running from them. Every challenge you face becomes practice. Every moment of discomfort is a chance to strengthen your character. When you learn to see struggle not as an enemy, but as a teacher, you begin to move through life with greater steadiness. Discomfort then becomes a pathway to growth, not a barrier. For practice the power of silence in a world full of constant noise. Silence is a rare strength. Many people feel the need to respond to every opinion, defend themselves in every argument, or explain their choices to everyone around them. But true stability is found in learning when to remain quiet. Silence is not weakness, it is control. Epictetus advised, "Be silent for the most part, or speak merely what is necessary." This simple teaching carries deep wisdom. It's by staying silent, you conserve your energy instead of wasting it on unimportant conflicts. You avoid being drawn into endless debates that rarely change minds. Most importantly, you protect your peace of mind. Silence also sharpens observation. While others are busy trying to be heard, you are listening. You notice details that others overlook. You give yourself space to think clearly before acting. In silence, understanding grows. and your actions carry more weight when you finally choose to speak. Practicing silence does not mean never speaking. It means speaking with purpose. Let your actions, discipline, and calmness communicate more than your words. In this way, silence becomes a form of strength, a steady presence that cannot easily be disturbed. 5. Remain steady like a rock. Life will always bring challenges. People may criticize, situations may change, and unexpected difficulties may arise. These moments are like waves in a river, constant and sometimes overwhelming. But just as a rock stands firm while water rushes past, you too can remain steady, no matter how turbulent the world becomes. Being steady does not mean ignoring problems or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means facing them with calmness and balance. When you remain unmoved by every passing storm, you protect your energy and avoid being carried away by frustration or fear. Instead of reacting quickly, you choose your response with clarity. This steadiness comes from within. You cannot control how others behave or how events unfold, but you can control your own posture toward them. Just as a rock does not beg the river to slow down, you do not need to ask life to be easier. You only need to strengthen yourself so that you can remain grounded. When you learn to stand like a rock, calm, steady, and unshaken, you discover a quiet strength. It allows you to move through life with dignity, no matter what challenges come your way. 6. See struggle as training. Every challenge you face in life can be seen in two ways, either as an obstacle that holds you back, or as training that makes you stronger. The way you choose to see it will shape how you move through the world. When difficulties appear, it is natural to feel frustration or discouragement. But each struggle carries an opportunity. A setback can teach patience. An insult can teach self-control. A period of uncertainty can teach resilience. By approaching hardships as lessons, you begin to see them not as burdens, but as practice for becoming steadier and wiser. Just as the body grows stronger through exercise, the mind grows stronger through challenges. Muscles are built by resistance. Character is built in the same way. Avoiding struggle may feel easier in the short term, but it prevents growth. Facing it, even when it feels uncomfortable, builds endurance for the future. Seeing struggle as training does not mean seeking out unnecessary difficulties. It means welcoming the ones that naturally come your way, knowing they are shaping you. With this perspective, every challenge becomes a step forward, preparing you for greater balance and calmness in the future. 7. Learn from Stoic examples. History gives us powerful reminders that calmness and discipline are possible even in the most difficult circumstances. The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca in very different conditions, yet all practiced the same inner strength. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor responsible for an entire empire, surrounded by pressure, conflict, and uncertainty. Yet in his private writings, he reminded himself daily to remain steady, fair, and disciplined. His position did not protect him from hardship, but his mindset gave him peace. Epictetus was born into slavery and lived with physical challenges, yet he taught that true freedom comes from mastering the mind. His life showed that even when external freedom is limited, inner freedom is always possible. Seneca, statesman and philosopher, faced political danger and eventually death. Instead of despair, he approached his final moments with acceptance, leaving behind words that continue to guide people today. These examples remind us that peace is not something given by the world, it is something created within. By practicing discipline, silence, and resilience, you follow the same path. Their lives show that calmness is not dependent on an easy life, but on strength of character.